Knee slack off, caught a little forward, didn't have enough legs to make up for it. Can we just do that? Can that just be in the video? Thanks for watching this part of my reaction to the 2000. Hi everyone, my name is Aileen Wu and I am an Olympic weightlifting coach. This is my reaction to the 2020 Rogue Invitational Women's Clean and Jerk event. Here we go. All right, Tia-Clair Toomey, 265, here we go. Walks up to the barbell. Notice she's looking at her feet, looking what that picture looks like, getting her feet set. Now she gets her hands on the barbell. Comes up the barbell, doesn't get tight, keeps it close to her, doesn't slack off completely on the knees, receives it well with a big shrug, high pull, needs a double bounce, nice drive, straight down, straight up, feet come out, crisp in terms of elbows under the barbell, beautiful clean and jerk. Let's watch it slow. Tia-Clair Toomey, feet on the bar, hands on bar, comes under the bar so she doesn't get tight again in terms of pushing on the diaphragm, getting the back tight, or looking straight ahead. And you see it rock her a little bit as she picks up the barbell, almost sitting back into it like a deadlift squat. Here we go at above the knee. There's a little bit of separation here, but the knees aren't slacked off too much. You see the back straight, arms are straight, weight on the heels. Here she does a better job of pushing back on the lats. So the hips come under also, but it's not as much as before because she's pushing back on the lats here. So as she's going for this jump shrug, she gets more height on the leg before she has to jump shrug, but she has a really good jump shrug. She's pulling viciously, receives the barbell. Here we go, look, at about parallel, but does need a double bounce to get tight on the barbell to get enough momentum out of that squat. Knees come in on the stand up, which isn't ideal, but she's cleaning 265 and just competed in what a day and a half of the Rogue Invitational event. So here we go, getting ready for the jerk. Comes forward a little bit on the toes though, but for the most part is on her heels. Notice the knees are coming out, gets good depth, gets a big drive out, kicks the legs out, arms are locked out straight, reacts to the bar, knees bend a little bit more even though they're already planted. Again, a little bit of a short step on the front foot, which you can see because it was slightly in front of her and she had to cover back leg first to be under the barbell, but nicely done, Tia-Clair Toomey, 265. All right, Laura Horvath, here we go, 265. Feet under the bar. I love how both these ladies look down at their feet to know what that position looks like before they go pick up the bar or put their hands on bar. So feet on the bar, hands on bar, though her feet are very straight ahead. Knees slack off a lot there. And notice she gets a big bump, which although I appreciate acceleration and momentum going into that pop, it's more of a bump. So when you bump, the bar ends up going out instead of coming up. So let's watch that slow. Feet on the bar, hands on bar. Doesn't get tight before she goes or take the slack out of the bar or her arms, and you can see that when she picks up the bar there's a little bit of slack. Knees coming back a little bit too fast here, and now they're slacked off. What's typical in picking up the barbell to above the knees is the butt comes up first or the chest comes up first, which neither happened here, but what did happen here was an unloading of the legs by straightening them out, so it takes all the tension off the hamstring. And so you see this huge distance between her and the barbell now. So now here we go, she's really pulling her hips under, and so she's at here about this height, and her hips have way come under the bar here, and she's putting a lot of momentum into this pop, and you can see it, the barbell comes out, she jumps forward, she receives it though, it rocks her a little bit, she wasn't stable on the receive, she wasn't quite ready for it, core not as tight, and because of that, didn't have enough legs to stand up with it. When it rocks you on the receive, it's like when you do a front squat or when you do a clean and you're not strong and ready for the receive and you end up like collapsing, it's harder to stand up with it. Not as drastic as what happened with Laura. I did it just so you could see it. So because of that, it was harder for her to stand up with the barbell. It's also harder to time. Whenever you see this happening, it's harder to time the movement because you have to time the arc of it coming up and back so that you can receive it and go down and up with the barbell. The closer it is to you in terms of this pull, the easier it is for the pull to be consistent and for you to make your heavy lifts more often. So when you hear someone say like, I have a snatch or I have a clean of 300, but how many attempts does it take them to make that 300? Does it take 20? If your form is more consistent and it's closer to you, you're gonna make that more often for the most part, right? So you see that bump. and you see she isn't able to make that clean. Let's watch it in high speed though, so you can see a little bit of what I'm talking about in terms of it's slow, and then she just goes for the big hip thrust, and then she isn't able to complete that clean. So here we go, Laura Horvath, feet under the bar. Again, love that she looks for her feet. She's getting mentally set here, hands on bar. Here we go, doesn't tighten up, unloads the legs, and then gives it that pop. Let's see that one more time. I like that she has more aggression going into it, but I think that may be another reason why it was a little bit more rushed, because typically Laura Horvath, even though it's a slow pull, her positioning is better off the floor. But see, big unlock, big hip pop, and then now she has trouble standing up with the barbell. Really curious to see what Laura Horvath would look like for her clean, or what she would be capable of if we could like change her starting position a little bit, change that pull a little bit, and give it a little bit more tempo, and followed it up with this big shrug high pull. I think it would do wonders for her because she's such a strong athlete. But great job, Laura Horvath, 265. Let's check out Tia-Clair Toomey. Here we go, feet under the bar, hands on bar, straight ahead. Doesn't tighten up, but does a great job of maintaining back angle, being tight, staying over her foot, gets a big pop. Beautiful jerk. Best jerk we've seen from Tia-Clair Toomey. She's so vicious when she wants to be. You see this with Tia and with Matt, that when they want to go for it, when they have to execute, they just execute, and it's beautiful. Let's watch this again. So keeps it close, keeps the tension, does hop forward just a touch, but watch this drive. Big drive, big aggression, really pushes her body under the bar. So even though her feet are set, her knees bend a little bit more, and you see that aggression come out. Love it. Let's watch it slow. So here we go, Tia-Clair Toomey looking fierce. Feet under the bar. Notice she's looking for where her feet are relative to the bar. Love it. Now she's putting her hands to bar. Hands in the same place each time. Feet in the same place each time. That's how you make it match. You want it in the same place each time. You want it all to match. It's a positional sport. You want these positions to be the same. Change the feet, change the hand, everything changes. So she's getting under the bar. Here we go. She doesn't get tight. You see a little bit of the jolt, but as she picks up the bar, notice weight is very much on her heels mid-foot. The bar is decently close to her. Her back angle stays the same. It doesn't rock her forward. The knees come back a little bit more here than I would like, but she maintains tension in them, and now you see some separation with her in the barbell. As she comes into this extension though, her hips do come under, but you see the lats push back too. She goes into this jump. See, you see her heels come up a little bit early because the hips had to come forward to meet the bar, but she gives it a big aggressive jump, a really aggressive jump, vicious shrug, and continues it with this high pull to get as much height as she can. She does have to jump forward. She's pulling on the barbell the whole way, and receives it here, what, just about parallel, just under parallel, is ready for it, catches it, stands up with it. It does rock her forward a little bit, and you see the butt come up just a little bit, and she has to come up under the bar for that clean. Okay, here we go. She's getting ready. She wants to give this a ride. She brought her left foot in, again, just a little bit, less than before, but I mean, look at her. So dip, so weight on the heels, knees are coming out. Look at that depth. She's getting great depth, but not too much. And she's getting this huge drive. Look at that big drive, straight up, pushes her body down under the barbell. And notice she had to like bend her knees even a little bit more to make sure they were straight under that barbell so that her arms are straight on the receive and then her legs do the work. And here she goes, because it was slightly forward, back leg comes up first, but yeah, Tia-Clair Toomey freaking killed that. 270, nicely done. Thanks for watching my reaction to the 2020 Rogue Invitational Women's Clean and Jerk event. These women absolutely killed it, and I'm just so pumped. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe below. With any questions and comments, leave them in the comments below. If you'd like to work with me to improve your Olympic lifting, hit me up at www.wulift.com. Thanks guys, have a great day. Yeah.